words are easy. Let's join along with this. Let's do it one more time. Chazan, maybe let's get ready for this beautiful service. Here we go.
Hine matov
u'manayim shevet achim
gam
yachad.
Hine matov u'manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matov shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matov shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matov u'manayim 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 shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matov, ya la 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 la. Hine matov, ya la 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 la. Hine matov u'manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matov u'manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matov u'manayim, ya la 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 la. Hine matov u'manayim, ya la 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 ya la 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 la. Hine matov u'manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matov u'manayim shevet achim gam yachad.
Shabbat Shalom. So on Shabbat, when you greet people, you're supposed to, and they say Shabbat Shalom to you, you give back a good Shabbat Shalom. It means you want to share blessings and you're ready to experience the Shabbat day. So let's try that one more time because you're clearly not ready. So let's try it one more time. Shabbat Shalom. Now you're ready. Shabbat, it is the most sacred days that we have, a day in which we separate and we connect to life, to feel the essence that we sometimes are distracted from in terms of the rest of the week. And it's quite a juxtaposition, maybe an irony, that in order to connect, we have to, in this era, disconnect. What do we have to disconnect from? You know what I mean. So do me a favor right now. Seriously, take out your cell phones, if you have them, and turn them off. Just turn them off. Just forget for an hour and 15 minutes or so, right, that you have a distraction or anything can take your neshama, your soul, away from this moment, and instead that you are clearly here to celebrate a bat mitzvah. Are you ready, by the way, sir? You are great. That's a good thing. Every day we have what's called a Mincha service, an afternoon service. On Shabbat, we read from the Torah. That allows us to be able to have a bar bat mitzvah. That's why you are all here and able to celebrate Sarah's bat mitzvah. In the morning, it feels like it was just a couple hours ago. We were here in prayer for our morning service, and people who were here, men, women of bar bat mitzvah age, even teenagers, customary to wear a talit. In the evening, in the afternoon and evening services, if you're just in prayer, you don't have to. People who come up here should have, if you have an aliyah, you'll have your talit as well. So I'm going to put on my talit. And the prayer book, we're going to be using two books today. The first one will be the Siddur, the prayer book itself. That's the smaller of the red books. And if you want to open it to page 214, you will find a service that says Mincha, the afternoon service for Shabbat and festivals. And Sarah's going to lead us in the Ashrei. That's your cue there. Make your way over. And this is a responsive reading. It's chanted, and if you know the Ashrei, we encourage you please to participate along with us.
Ashrei yoshvei beitecha, od yahalilu haselah.
Ashream shekacha lo, Ashream shadonai Elohav.
Tehillah leDavid, aramimcha Elohai hamelech, va'avarcha shimcha le'olam va'ed.
V'choyom avarheka, v'halala shimcha le'olam va'ed.
Gadol Adonai umhulal me'od, ve'li gdulato en heker.
Dor ledor shabach ma'asecha, ugvrotecha yagidu.
Hadar kivod hodecha, v'divrei nifleotecha asicha.
Vezuzrotecha yomeru, uglacha asaprena.
Zecherav tufcha yabi'u, v'tzidkatecha yiranenu.
Adon brachom Adonai, erech apayim uda chesed.
Tov Adonai lakol, v'rahamav al kol ma'asav.
Yodu Adonai kol ma'asecha, v'chasidecha yevarchocha.
Kevod malchutecha yomeru, ugvuratecha yedaberu.
L'hodi libnei hadam grotaha, v'chod hadar malchuta.
Malchutecha malchut kol olamim, umemshaltecha bechol dor vador.
Somech Adonai l'chol hanoflihim, v'zokef l'chol hakfufim.
Einei kol elecha yesaberu, ve'atano ten lachem et ochlam beito.
Poteach et yadecha, u'matzbir l'cholcha hayratzon.
Sadik Adonai bechol derachav, ve'asid bechol ma'asav.
Karov Adonai l'chol korahav, l'chol ashigrahu v'emet.
Retzon yire'av ya'aseh, ve'et shavatam yishma ve'yoshiyem.
Shomer Adonai kol ahevaha, ve'et kol harshayim yashmid.
Hilat Adonai yedaber pi, vivarech kol basar shem kodsho le'olam va'ed.
V'anachnu nevarech yam et aviad olam. Hallelujah. Page 217, the Chatzi Kaddish.
Yitkadav yitkadash me rabba, v'yamad divrach cherutei, v'yamlich malachutei, v'chayachon uv'yomechon, uv'chayedecho beit Yisrael, ba'agala uv'yisman kariv, v'yemeru amen, yehesh me rabba mivarach, le'alam, ule'amei hamaya yitbarach. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shemei dekudsha b'richu le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata tush b'chata v'nechemata da'amiran be'alama v'yimeru amen.
The Torah service, you will find page 218. We're about to take the Torah out of the ark. In anticipation of that, Brian Oppenheim, you're going to carry the Torah. You can come forward. Those of you who are opening the ark, you can bring your prayer books with you. Elena, Natalie, Ross, and Jenna, you're going to come up and open the ark, please. Page, sorry to interrupt you, Cantor. Page 218.
Va'ani tefilati lecha Adonai et ratzon Elohim berov chastecha aneni be'emet yishecha.
All right, they're coming up. Come on. We're going to rise together as the ark is opened.
Vayehi bin Aaron vayomer Moshe kuma Adonai v'yafutzu oivecha v'yanusu misanecha mipanecha ki mitzion tetzei Torah ki mitzion tetzei Torah udevar Adonai Torah, Torah, Le'amo Yisrael, B'kedushato, Gadlu Ladonai iti, Unerome Mashemo Yachtav, Lecha Adonai Hagedula, V'Hagevura, V'Hatiferet, V'Hanetzach V'Hahod, Ki Chov HaShamayim Uvaretz, Ki Chov HaShamayim Uvaretz, Lecha Adonai HaMamlacha, V'Yamit Na'aseh Lechol Erosh. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu ve'ishtachavu lehar kodsho. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu ve'ishtachavu lehar kodsho. Ki kadosh Adonai
Eloheinu romemu.
Ki
Kadosh Adonai Eloheinu
romemu.
You may be seated. And if you'd like to follow the Torah reading, you can put away, by the way, you can put away the Siddur anyway, because we're not going to be using it for our prayers for a little bit. Instead, you can take out the larger of the red books if you want to follow along with the Torah reading, page 226. 226. And those of you who are familiar with a little bit of Torah will know these stories, or if you've ever been to Broadway or the Pantages, story of Joseph and his many-colored coat. Right? Has that played in a long time or no? It's been like, it's a generational thing? Oh, I just aged myself. Sorry about that. Yeah. Right? That used to be how people knew about the story, about Joseph. He who seemed to be by his father. By the way, we love the kids. They can make noise. That's fine. It's the adults that can't. The kids can make as much noise as they want. Oh, shh, no, keep it. But if they do want, I share that there's some toys in the corner there already being utilized. And the story of Joseph. And Joseph has, if you know the story, he has some dreams. He's a dreamer. He is a dreamer. He's the one who had a great sense of, let's say, of self-worth. Some might think that he thought too highly of himself. You may remember those early dreams of the stars that were bowing down, right, to him and the sun and the moon. And, he shares the stories, the dreams. And he says, like, we're supposed to bow down to you? And he goes like, it's not me. I don't know. It's my dreams. How many of you are like real, like at night, just big dreams, like full dreams? And raise your hand if you're one of those people at night has dreams. How many of you actually remember them in the morning? How many of you wake up and just for the life of yourself can't remember them? Like, yeah, that's me. Like I wake up when I have that dream, and I go like, oh my God, that's a great dream. I'm going to remember this until the morning. And I wake up in the morning and it's gone. Right? I try and recreate it in my mind, and I'll go like, I know it was weird, and I know there's symbolism in this. And I know, and we all know that our brains are working through life, our questions, our issues, and it comes in the shape of dreaming. Long before Freud and others were into dream interpretation, the rabbis 2,000 years ago were into dream interpretation as well. Isn't that something? And even the Torah itself talks about the importance of and recognition of dreams. Later on, right, what's going to happen to Joseph? He's going to get thrown into jail, sold by his brothers first. Then the kids don't take this as a model for relationships. We don't sell our siblings, but they did. Goes off to Egypt, where he's thrown into jail. Another great story. And he ends up, right, the baker and the cupbearer are going to have dreams. He's going to end up interpreting them. And his dreams later on seem to have a more practical import. Like that is, are our dreams about elevating ourselves and life, or is it about being able to be of service and help to other people? Joseph's dreams at the beginning seem to be more about him. At the end, seem to be more concerned with being able to help people and help society. Those are his dreams later on that Pharaoh has. Dreams always recognized as having significance in our life. We're going to, as we prepare now for the Torah service itself, Alicia and Matt, you're going to come up. And Sarah, you should come up too, I think. Leave your prayer book there. All right? And you're going to share, you're going to speak to her at this moment right there, and then present her with the talit.
Sarah, even though it's hard to believe it's been 13 years since you were born, it feels like just yesterday. When you were just 4 days old, you had your baby naming right here in the sanctuary, and now we're here again celebrating your bat mitzvah. We loved you from the very start, before we even knew who you would become, and we've cherished every moment of watching you grow. Today is one of those special moments, and we are so proud to be here with you, celebrating and witnessing the incredible young woman you've become. You have grown into someone who is thoughtful, kind, and compassionate. And while you might not realize it, you're also a role model to those around you, like your brother and younger cousins. They look up to you and learn from your example every day. You've already shown them what it means to be responsible, caring, and kind, and we know they are lucky to have you to guide them. We've watched you put so much effort into preparing for this day especially. The way you've learned the lessons, practiced the prayers, and embraced the melodies with such dedication has been amazing. We've seen firsthand how hard you work, not just in your Jewish studies, but in everything you do. Whether it's school, dance, or simply being there for the people you love, you always give your best. One of our favorite memories is from your very first dance recital with Creation Station when you were much younger, about 2. It was just you and one other girl, and we honestly weren't sure what to expect. We didn't know if you would actually get up on stage. But when the music started, you surprised us all. You stepped onto that stage with so much courage, and we watched you light up as you danced. You showed us at that young age how you can face your fears and rise to the occasion. You proved that when you put your mind to something, you can accomplish anything.
I know you were nervous about standing up here today, but just like that first recital, you've stepped into this moment with confidence and grace. You've shown us all that the courage you had then is still with you now, even if you don't always believe it yourself. And just as you've done with so many challenges before, you'll continue to surprise us with your strength and your beauty. These moments should always be a reminder to you of how much you're capable of when you embrace new challenges, even if they're scary at first. Because when you do put yourself out there and express yourself, you bring so much beauty and passion to all that you do. Today you stand here not only as a young woman who has worked hard to learn and prepare for this moment, but also as someone who we hope will continue to express herself, whether through dance or however else you choose. Your kindness, passion, and empathy are qualities the world needs, and we hope you continue to share them with everyone around you. In the Jewish tradition, a bat mitzvah is the moment when you become an adult. This doesn't mean you're in charge now or can take the car out for a drive, but it does mean you can take on more of the responsibilities of adulthood, not just for yourself, but for others too. That might not sound as fun, but it can be empowering. You're a young adult now with the opportunity to deepen your connection to your Jewish faith and reflect on the role you have in the community. You can use the values you already have to make the world a better place for yourself and those around you. A bat mitzvah is not just about today or the party with your friends. It's about continuing to grow and live by the values of Judaism, including tzedakah, charity, tikkun olam, repairing the world, and living a life of integrity and kindness. These values will guide you as you step into adulthood, and we know you'll carry them with you into all that you do. As you move forward in life, we hope you will continue to deepen your connection to the Jewish faith and think about the role you play in the community and the world.
Now more than ever, it's important to continue these traditions. In today's world, when Jewish communities face challenges and the world feels divided in so many ways, your bat mitzvah is a reminder of the power of connection, of heritage, and of resilience. We are proud to see you take on these Jewish values and know they will help guide you. For your bat mitzvah, we chose this colorful talit with music notes to highlight your love of music and dance and the colors you love. We hope that this milestone is just the beginning of many more to come. Looking around today, you can see the family and friends and community that are all here to support you. Remember, they are all here for you, just as we will always be. Sarah, we love you, and we are beyond proud of everything you've accomplished. We can't wait to see where life takes you. Mazel tov, baby girl.
Like that blessing as a bat mitzvah. Go ahead.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kichana b'mitzvotav v'tivanu lahita teif batzitzit.
Amen. V'tigale v'terei malchuto aleinu bisman karov v'yachom fleitatenu fleitat amo b'Yisrael l'cheinu l'chesed rachamim ulratzon v'nomar Amen. Hakol havu godel Eloheinu udnu kavod la Torah. Yamdu Michael Chaim ben Eliyahu Shlomo HaKohen V'Chaya Miriam V'Aliza Brina Bat Shlomo Arya V'Chirna Chana Rishon Baruch Shenatan Torah Le'amo Yisrael B'Kedushato V'Atem Havikim Baronai Elohechem Chaim Kolchem Hayom.
Baruch Adonai Hambarach.
Baruch Adonai Hambarach Leolam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Hambarach Leolam Va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bachar banu mikol ha'amim v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten ha'Torah.
Amen.
Vayeshev Yaakov be'eretz megurei aviv be'eretz Kenan eleh Toledot Yaakov Yosef ben Shiva Esrei Shana Hayaro et Echa Batzon Vehu nar et Bnei Vilcha ve'et Bnei Zilpa Nishei Aviv Vayave Yosef et Dibatam Ra'ah el Avichem Vayisrael Ahav et Yosef mikol banav Kiven zikunim hu lo ve'asa lo ketonet pasim.
Baruch atah Adonai.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torah emet v'chayei olam nata betochenu. Baruch atah Adonai noten ha'Torah.
Amen.
Grandfathers Dennis and Elliot, you're going to make your way up here. Come on.
Yamdu Shlomo Arya ben Avraham V'Sara Ve'Eliyahu Shlomo HaKohen ben Irving V'Lillian Sheni.
Come on up, please, gentlemen. Your talit as well. Right. Stand over there on the other side. Okay. So why don't you take your talit and kiss? Your granddaughter's going to show you exactly where she is. Okay. Okay, go ahead. Touch and kiss. There you go. Symbolically, there you go. Great. Go ahead. At the top there, Baruch. Baruch Adonai Hambarach Leolam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Hambarach Leolam Va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bohar banu mikol hamim, v'natan lanu et Torato, Baruch atah Adonai, noten haTorah.
Amen.
Amen. Vayir'u echav ki oto ahav avihem mikol echav vayisneu oto velo yachelu dabero l'shalom vayachalom Yosef halom vayaged le'echav vayosifu od seno oto vayomer alechem Shimunach hahalom hazeh asher halamti v'hinei anachnu me'alemim alumim betoch hasadeh v'hinei kama alumati v'gam nitzava v'yaveh tisubena alumotechem Vatishtahavena la'alumati.
Go ahead, Jimmy. Touch over here.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher natan lanu Torah emet, v'chayei olam nata b'tuheinu, Baruch atah Adonai, noten haTorah.
Amen.
Hey, Jimmy, come over here. We're going to have you go down actually as well. We're going to call up officially our bat mitzvah Sarah as the bat mitzvah. And I think Jacob's going to hand out candy. This is not a mid-service snack for you. You're just going to hold it until she finishes this aliyah, and you're going to throw it up here ever so lovingly and gently, friends. Lovingly and gently, like you're sending her a kiss up here. And that'll be an opportunity at the end. We'll let you know. What's on, Mimi?
Habachura habat mitzvah tamod tamod Shena Yael bat Michael Chaim va'Aliza Brina Shlishi Chizki He's key.
All right, so you're going to share slowly and clearly some words of Torah for us right now, okay? Go ahead.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Thank you everyone for joining me today on this special day. My Torah portion is Vayeshev. When reading this portion, I found it difficult to connect to. That is until I spoke with Rabbi Mendelson about the message it was telling. In this portion, Jacob's son, Joseph, experienced many difficulties during his life. He was considered Jacob's favorite child, and his brothers were jealous of this. They came up with the idea to either kill him or sell him to merchants. Joseph's brothers then showed Jacob Joseph's coat with blood on it and told him he was killed by an animal. However, the merchants that the brothers had actually sold him to then sold him to one of Pharaoh's guards in Egypt. After getting to Egypt, Joseph was soon thrown in jail because of a miscommunication with the wife of the guard he was sold to. In prison, he met two other prisoners who had worked for Pharaoh. He interpreted their dreams in exchange for their promise to say something nice about him to Pharaoh when they got out. However, when they were released, they had forgotten about him. Throughout all of these difficulties Joseph experienced, he kept his head high and God remained on his side. I was most interested to focus on the part where Joseph's brothers got extremely jealous, sold him, and even lied to their father about what had happened to him. As I read this section, it definitely required more explanation, because why would you want to kill or sell your sibling just because you're jealous of them? In today's world, that seems crazy and scary. I question if Joseph's brothers ever regretted their decisions. As I become a bat mitzvah, I feel that I can relate to the feeling of jealousy they might have had, but not to the extreme that they did. For example, having a sibling myself, hi Jake, Sometimes it can feel like they are the favorite or treated better. It can definitely be annoying when this happens, but I love my brother still and would never try to hurt him or sell him to merchants. Well, probably not. Also, since I am very involved with dance in my life, I have seen or experienced jealousy there as well. Of course, it can be hurtful when other dancers get called out as doing something better, but I just try to realize that we are all learning and trying to enjoy it, and since they are my friends, I should be happy for them. After reading the Torah portion, I also realized how Joseph stayed positive in his life, even after all that he went through. It makes me realize how lucky I am in my life and that I should always stay positive no matter what difficulties I am presented with. In the portion, it stated that God was always on Joseph's side, and I hope that is the case for me as well. For my Mitzvah project, I helped gather donations for an organization I feel closely to, Dancers Against Cancer. This organization helps support dancers who are battling cancer. To me, dance is an amazing way to express yourself in another way than just words, and I wanted to offer hope and help to the other dancers who may need it. For my bat mitzvah, I would like to thank Rabbi Mendelson for helping me with my speech and understanding the significance of my Torah portion, Azan Mimi for helping me prepare and feel more confident with the prayers and Torah readings, Rabbi Adam and Rabbi Vogel for always being so supportive and helping me reach this amazing day. I would also like to thank my brother for turning down the volume on his iPad so I can practice. And I want to thank my parents for everything. Thank you for supporting me and helping me. This day truly would not be possible without you guys. I love you so much. And finally, thank you to everyone who showed up today to celebrate this amazing day with me. My friends and family, thank you all.
Underneath, we're going to now turn towards the Torah reading and the blessings. You ready? Hold on. Take your talit and kiss.
Adonai Havorach.
Baruch Adonai Habarach Le'olam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Havorach Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bahar banu mikol ha'amim v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch Atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen.
Vayomeru lo echav hamalok timloch aleinu imashol timshol banu vayosifu od seno'oto al halomotav ve'al devarav vayahalom od halom acher vayesaper oto le'echav vayomer Einei halam ti halom od, vehinei hashemesh v'hayareya, ve'achad asar kohavim mishtahavim li, vayesaper el aviv, ve'el echav, vayigar bo aviv, vayomer lo ma, hahalom hazeh asher halamta, Havo navo ani ve'imecha ve'achecha lehishtahavot lecha arza vayekan uvo echav ve'aviv shamar et hadavar. Baruch atah Adonai Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torat emet v'hayei olam nata betuchenu Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen.
Siman tov, mazel tov, mazel tov, siman tov, mazel tov, mazel tov, siman tov, mazel tov, mazel tov.
Come on, everybody.
Yehei lanu, yehei lanu, yehei lanu, ulechol Yisrael. Yehei lanu, ulechol Yisrael. Mazel tov, mazel tov, Siman tov, Siman tov, mazel tov, mazel tov, Siman tov, Siman tov, mazel tov, Siman tov, Yehelanu.
You feel better, don't you? I tell every bar bat mitzvah, as soon as you finish that Torah reading, you're going to feel so much better. And now, sir, you appreciate that moment. I've known you a long time. I've known you 30 years, I figured out. But you're not 30 years old, are you? No. So I've known your family from our Kadima days, a lot of them over there, in which your aunts and others went to school with my children, and important Kadima community that surrounded their upbringing. And imagine my joy to be able to have your family come later on and to be reconnected. It was really beautiful. Those connections are so important. Anybody who knows you knows that you love to dance, like to sing a little bit, but not talking in front of people. No, I know that. I know that so well. And yet, we ask people to come up at the ripe old age of 12 or 13 to stand in front of the community and do some of the things that they're most uncomfortable with. Isn't that something? To sing in front of people in another language, to speak in front of them. And I think part of it is to know that you survived. Now, your parents want you to know, and they want you to appreciate this moment, right? We talked about that. To be able to have joy in just being present and not to have to grade yourself or to decide, like, how great was it? Because in truth, I told you that you have us all behind you to take care of you. And that's important. You are being raised by a village. You really are. From family, community, and others around you. You read from the Torah, and a lot of times that shorsh, that root of chalam, chalamti, chola, right? How many times did you talk about dreaming? And the focus in the beginning is about that. Later on, if you know the story, that Joseph is sent out by his father to find his brothers, which is going to end up with them doing what to him? Selling him, yeah, which you can't do to your brother. We already talked about that. And do you know the story that he actually encounters a stranger on the way? I don't know if you remember this part of the Torah reading. He encounters, and he says, Jew, have you seen my brothers? He says, oh yes, they're over that way, and he directs them towards him. We don't know the name of that person. According to the rabbis, he was an angel. Isn't that something? An angel sent there to be there at the right moment in order to help the narrative and the story of Joseph's life. It is inevitable that he's going to go down to Egypt. It's inevitable that he's got to be there in order to secure the future of the Jewish people later on. And you know that story, I hope, where they join him later, and then it ends up slavery, right, for hundreds of years, but then they return to the land of Israel. And I love this part of the story with that man/angel, because for me, it's a message about life, about recognizing you can be in the right place, the right time to make a big difference. And I think you actually feel that. I think that the way that I see you in terms of how you respond to life is to recognize that you have the opportunity to make a difference. And when you recognize that you're there in that moment and to say, this is a moment which I can make a difference, that is an important part. As a bat mitzvah, I want you to understand those moments even in greater magnitude, and that you'll always be able to help with the story of your own life, Jewish people, and life in general. We're going to have your parents come up here. Jake, you can come up as well. Come on. And your family's going to share your parents the priestly blessing. So we're going to have you wrap the talit. Matt, you're going to wrap around everybody. Get up there. Right there. Okay. Chazan Mimi's going to share. Take your talit. Let's put it around everybody. All right. And Chazan Mimi is going to do the Hebrew, and you're going to, after each of the Hebrew ones, you're going to read the English, mom and dad, okay, to bless this family.
Yivarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha.
May God bless you and protect you.
Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'chuneka.
May God deal kindly and graciously with you.
Yisa Adonai panav V'sem lecha shalom, shalom.
May God bestow favor upon you and grant you peace.
And we all say,
Amen.
I can ask you all to rise, because this is a great Shechianu moment. The moment we acknowledge that life is sacred and that life has blessings. If you're comfortable with the person next to you, you can put your arm around them. If you're sitting alone, find somebody. Don't stand alone in this moment. Find somebody else. Put your arm around them and join us in the Shechianu, please.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam shehechianu v'kimanu v'higianu b'zman hazeh. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam shehechianu v'kimanu Basman
Standing, Josh and Mark, right? You're Hagma and Glila, all right? You're going to be lifting and dressing the Torah.
Ya'amod Hamagbiya v'yamod Hagolel.
Lifting? Good, come on.
I'll do the lifting.
All right. You do the heavy lifting. Good, you're going to lift it up. Go ahead.
Bizot
You can sit down right
HaTorah asher Savoshe
underneath there, perfect.
Lifnei b'nei
Yisrael al pi Adonai b'yad Moshe. Focus up for me, will ya?
Torah, 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 Tziva lanu Moshe. Torah, 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 Tziva lanu Moshe.
All right, we're going to remain standing because we have to put this away. So Matt is going to put it away. Come here, please. You're going to carry the Torah. And Brad and Jennifer, where are you, Brad and Jennifer? You're going to come up and you're going to open up the ark for us as we walk around. Let's head out this way as they open the ark. You guys are good.
Yehalelu et Shem Adonai ki nizgav shemo levado hodo al eretz v'shamayim vayaren keren le'amo tehila lecho chasidav livnei Yisrael am kerovo. Hallelujah, hallelujah. Al shlosha divarim, al shlosha divarim, al shlosha divarim.
can sit down for a moment if you'd like. Page 222, the Chatzi Kaddish.
יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבה, ויעמד דברי וימליך מלכותי, בחייכון וביומכון, ובחיי כל בית ישראל, בעגלה ובזמן קריב, יאמרו אמן. יהי שמי רבה מברך לעולם, ולעמי עלמיה יתברך. יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא, יתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל, שמי דקודשה. בריחו לאלה מכל ברכתה ושירתה, תושבחתה ונחמתה, דאמירן בעלמה ויאמרו Amen.
We rise for the Amidah, if you will, please. Page 223. We're back in the smaller books. If you have not yet exchanged it for the prayer book, back. Page 223 is the beginning. Sorry, the Amidah, and we're going to be led by our Bat Mitzvah. We'll join along with her.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu v'Elohei Avoteinu Elohei Abraham Elohei Yitzhak v'Elohei Yaakov Elohei Sarah Elohei Rivka Elohei Rachel Elohei Leah Ha'el Hagadol Hagibor v'Hanora El Elyon Gomel Hasadim Tovim V'Konei Hakol V'Zocher Hasdei Avod Umevi Goel Ivnei V'nehem Lema'an Shemo Be'ahava Melech Ozer Ufokedu Moshiach Magen Baruch atah Adonai Magen Abraham Ufoked Sarah Atah Gibor Le'olam Adonai Mechaye Meitim Atah Rav Le'oshia Mashiv Haruach Umorid Hagashem Melchakel Hayim Bechesed Mechaye Meitim Berahamim Rabim Somech Noflin Verofech Holin Umatir Asurim Umekayem Emunato Lishenei Afar Mihamocha Ba'al Gevurot Umido Melach Melech Memit Umechaye Umatzmiach Yeshua V'ne'emanata Lechachayot Meitim Baruch atah Adonai Mechaye Chameitim
Yekadesha ha'ba'alam, k'shem shemot shimoto v'shmei marahom, k'katuv yad ne'echa v'karazeh el zeh v'yamahar.
Nikadesh Shimcha B'olam Kishem Shemakdishimo Tobi Shmei Marom Kakatuva Yad Neviecha V'karazeh El Zeh V'yamar
Kadosh, 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 Adonai Tzvaot, Melech ha'aretz kivodo.
Kadosh, Kadosh, Kadosh Adonai Tzvaot Kol ha'aretz kivodo Liumatam Baruch Yomeru
Baruch Adonai mimkomo.
Baruch Kavod Adonai Mimkomo Divrei Kochecha Katuv Lemor
Yimloch Adonai le'olam, Elohai Sion, L'dor v'ador, Hallelujah.
Yimloch Adonai Le'olam Elohai Sion L'dor v'ador Hallelujah L'dor v'ador Nagid God Lecha L'netzach Netzachim Kedushat Chanakdish V'shivchacha Eloheinu Mipinu Lo Yemush Le'olam Va'ed Ki Amelech Gadol V'kadosh Ata Baruch Ata Adonai Ha'el HaKadosh.
We can continue silently either with the words of the Amidah on the following pages or with our silent prayers and meditations.
Oseh shalom bimramav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'imru amen. Yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh shalom,
You may be seated if you're finished.
aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael.
Kaddish Shalem, page 230. Sorry.
Yitgadol v'yikra shemei Rabbah, v'yomad divrach harutev v'yamlich malchutei b'gayachonu v'yamachonu v'chayed chol beit Yisrael, ba'agalo v'yizman kari v'yimeru.
Amen.
Yehi shmei Rabbah mevarach, le'alam lo me'almayayid. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh v'yitadar v'yitalev v'yitalal shemed kudisha. Brichulel hamigoberta v'shirata tushbechata v'nechamata da'amiran be'alama v'yimeru. Titkabal saloton avaton decho Yisrael kodama v'hon v'yishmaya v'yimeru. Yehi shlama rabba min shmaya v'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'yimeru. Oseh shalom bimromav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'imeru. Amen.
We rise for Aleinu, page 231.
Aleinu leshabeach la'adon hakol, latet gedula liotzer breshit. Shelo asanu ki haratzon, velo samanu kamishbechot ha'adama. Shelo samhel kenu kachem, vekor aleinu kechol hamonam. Ba'anachnu korim, umishtahavim umodin. Lifnei melech malchei hamlachim, hakadosh baruch hu. Shehu notesh shamayim ve'yosed haaretz, umoshav yekaro b'shamayim ima'al, ushchinatu zo, ve'gov hei meromin. Eloheinu ein od, emet malkeinu efes zulato, kakatuv b'torato, ve'yadat kayom v'hashevotam el levavecha, ki Adonai Kucha Elohim Bashamayim Imal Ve'al haaretz mitachat ein od Kakatuv b'toratecha Adonai yimloch le'olam va'ed V'ne'emar V'haya Adonai le'melech al kol ha'aretz Bayom hahu Yeh Adonai echad U'shemo echad.
You may be seated. Final prayer of our Mincha afternoon service is the Mourner's Kaddish on page 232. If there's anyone who has need or desire to recite the words of the Kaddish, this is your opportunity to recite these words of affirmation, memory, and of life. If anybody's reciting, you may rise with me. Page 232, Yit Gadal ve'Yit Kadash Shemei Rabbah. Amen. V'almad yivrach erutev yamlich malchuteh b'chayechon v'yemechon v'chayei d'chol Beit Yisrael bagala u'lizman kariv v'meru. Amen. Yehei Shmei Rabbah mevorach le'olam u'me'olmaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh v'yitadar v'yitalev v'yitalal Shemei l'kudesha b'richu. Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechmata damiran v'alma v'meru. Amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'meru. Amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav hu yaseh shalom aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'meru. Amen. So as you look outside, the end of the afternoon and dusk has transitioned into nightfall, and so we are going to pray together the Mariv service, about a 15-minute service or so, and then we're going to culminate with Havdalah, one of the most beautiful ceremonies we have that separates Shabbat from the rest of the week, and we'll have a candle and spices and wine, but we'll get to that in a couple minutes. In the meantime, the Mariv, the evening service, page 264, I ask you please to rise for the beginning.
V'hurach u'mikaper avon v'lo yashkid v'hirba l'shiva po v'lo ya'ir kol chamato Adonai Hoshia HaMelech yaneinu v'yom koreinu Baruchu et Adonai hamvorach
Baruch and Avarach le'olam va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Vorach Leolam Va'ed.
You may be seated.
Umavir yom umevi laila mavdil ben yom uvein laila Adonai tzavaot shemo El chai v'kayam tamid l'chalenu leolam va'ed Baruch ata Adonai hamariv aravim Avat olam Yisrael V'ahavatecha al tasir mimenu le'olamim Baruch ata Adonai Ohev amo Yisrael.
Page 265, Shema. We join together.
Shema
Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad.
Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levacha u'b'chol nafshecha u'b'chol me'odecha v'hayu advarim ha'ele asher hanochi mitzvacha hayom al levavecha v'shinantam levanecha v'dibarta bam v'shivtecha b'beitecha uvlechtecha b'derech uv'shofbecha uv'kumecha uv'shartam le'yot al yadecha
והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך וכתבתם מזוזות ביתך וישעריך. We continue silently. I'm going to go behind 2 minutes. Yomer and I will remember. See,
למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם, אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם אלוהים, אני אדוני אלוהיכם. Adonai Elohechem, amen.
We can do silently about page 266. On to the next page, 267.
ומלכותו ברצון קיבלו עליהם משה ומרים ובני ישראל הכנו שירה בשמחה רבה ויאמרו כולם מי כמוך באלים אדוני מי כמוך נדר בקודש נורא תהילות ספלה מלכותך רובנך בוקע ים לפני משה זה אלינו ואמרו אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד ונאמר כי פדה אדוני את יעקב וגאלו מיד חזק ממנו ברוך אתה אדוני גל ישראל.
Amen. Ashkivenu, if you know this beautiful Craig Taubman composition, right? We'll join together.
Ashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom v'hamidenu malkeinu l'chaim. Ashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom v'hamidenu malkeinu l'chaim. Ushmor Seitenu Uvoenu L'chaim u'shalom Me'ata ve'ad olam. Ashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom v'ha'amidenu malkeinu l'chaim. Ashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom v'ha'amidenu malkeinu l'chaim. Ushmor tzeitenu uvoenu l'chaim u'shalom me'ata ve'ad olam. Baruch ata Adonai shomer amo Yisrael la'ad.
Page 268. Amen. Amen.
כי המלכות שלך היא עולמי התמלא בכבוד, כי אין לנו מלך אלא אתה. Baruch atah Adonai, HaMelech b'kvodo tamid melech aleinu le'olam va'ed, be'al kol ma'asav.
Middle of page 269.
Yitgadal v'yikra shemei rabba.
Amen.
B'yam adivrach hirute. B'yam lich malachute. B'chaychon v'yamachon v'chayir go beit Yisrael. Ba'agalau v'zman kariv. Be'imeru amen. Yehi shmei rabba mevorach. Le'olam Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh v'yitadar v'yitalev v'yitalal shemei dekudisha b'richu le'ela min kol berkata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechemata damiran ve'alema b'imeru amen.
We rise together, page 270, for the Amidah, which in the evening service recited silently. So whether you turn to the words of the Amidah themselves or take this moment for meditation, reflection, we continue with our prayers privately. When you're finished with your prayers, you may be seated.
Ose shalom bimromav, uyase shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'al kol yoshvei tevel, ve'imru,
We're continuing. Where are we, Chazan Mimi?
We
I lost my
should be
page.
at Hatzi Kaddish.
Hatzi Kaddish sounds good to me. Page 279.
Yitgadal v'yikra shemei rabba,
Amen.
b'yam adivrach hirutei, b'yam lich malchutei b'gayachonu v'yamachonu v'chayir kol beit Yisrael, b'galau v'zman kariv v'imru amen. Yehi shmei rabba mevarach, le'olam alamei almaya, Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpar v'yitram v'yitnaseh v'yitadar v'yitalev v'yithalal shemei kudisha brichu la'el hamikol v'shirata tushbechata v'nechamata da'amiran be'alma v'imru amen. Yikra eini v'hene amo anochi b'tzara aletzehu ve'ach v'dehu orech yamim asbiehu ve'ar'eh k'yeshuati orech yamim asbiehu ve'ar'ehu b'shuati.
Page 280, Kaddish Shalem.
Yitgadal v'yikra shemei rabba
Amen.
b'yalma divrach irutei b'yamlich malchutei b'gayachon u'v'yamachon u'v'chayet kol beit Yisrael b'galau v'zman kariv v'imru amen. Yehei shmei rabba mevarach le'alam ul'omei almaya yitbarach. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpar v'yitman v'yitnaseh v'yitadar v'yitalev v'yithalal shemei kudisha brichu la'el hamikol v'shirata tushbechata v'nechamata da'amiran be'alma v'imru amen. Titkabal sloton devaton decho Yisrael kodam avohon devishmaya v'imru amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shamaya v'chayim aleinu ve'elko Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav hu yaseh shalom aleinu ve'elko Yisrael v'imru amen.
We rise together, page 281, as Sarah will lead us in the Aleinu.
Aleinu leshabeach la'adon hakol la'teit gedula liotzer breshit shelo asanu kiguye haratzon velo samanu kamishbehot ha'adama shelo sam helkenu kahem v'gor aleinu kechol hamonam v'anachnu korim u'mishtahavim u'modim lifnei melech malchei hamahim hakadosh baruch hu shehu noter shamayim ve'yoser aretz u'moshav yekaro b'shamayim ima'al u'shchinatu zo begovhei meromim u'Eloheinu eino emet malkeinu efes zulato kakatuv betorato ve'yadata hayom ve'hashevotam elevavecha ki Adonai hu ha'Elohim b'shamayim ima'al ve'al ha'aretz mitachat ein od. Kakatuv b'toratecha Adonai yimloch le'olam va'ed v'ne'emar v'haya Adonai le'melech al kol ha'aretz v'yom hahu yeh Adonai echad u'shemo echad.
You may be seated, except those of you who wish to recite the mourner's Kaddish, because it will conclude the prayers of our Mariv evening service. Page 282, those reciting Kaddish can join together. Yit gadal ve'yit kadash shemei rabba. Amen. v'yalmad yivrach hiruteh v'yamlich malchuteh v'chayachon v'yamechon v'chayeh l'chol Beit Yisrael v'galav izman kariv v'meru amen Yehei shmei rabam avorach le'olam u'mei olmaya יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמי דקודשה בריך הוא לעילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה תושבחתה ונחמתה דאמירן בעלמא וימרו אמן יהי שלמה רבה מן שמיה וחיים עלינו ועל כל ישראל וימרו אמן עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום. Aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'meru. Amen. May God who establishes peace in the heavens grant peace and harmony for us, for all of Israel, and all of humanity as we say, Amen. We are going to join this beautiful ritual of Havdalah. And just as we began Shabbat with light and candles, we're going to conclude with candles in just a moment. I'm going to light that. We have spices to refresh us. We're losing our Shabbat, but it'll be back next week. By the way, there's a tradition that when we have the candle and we recite the blessing, when we get to it, of putting out our hands and seeing the reflection on our nails. Beautiful midrash. It says, on Shabbat, we're given an additional soul, an Shamaya Torah. That's why Shabbat is so special. But at the end of Shabbat, it leaves our bodies. And this tradition says that if you look carefully, you can see it leaving your body through those fingertips at the very end of Shabbat. And wine, of course, a sign of celebration. So we're going to have you rise all together. And Matt, Alicia, and Jake, you're going to join us up here for a Havdalah. Come on. Oh, yeah, this is a great time to put your arms around your neighbor. Blessing over the candles. Here we go.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei meorei ha'esh borei meorei ha'esh ya la 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 la.
You know this part. Come on.
Ya la 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 Hamavdil ben kodesh lechol chol chatoteinu yimcho Zarenu v'chasbeinu yarbe yarbe kacho v'hakochavim alayla Zarenu v'chasbeinu yarbe yarbe kacho v'hakochavim alayla Shavua tov, 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 Shavua tov. A good week of peace. May gladness reign and joy increase. A good week, a week of peace. May gladness reign and joy increase. Eliyahu Hanavi, Eliyahu Hatishbi, Eliyahu, Eliyahu, Eliyahu Hagiladi,
Vimhera v'yameinu
Yavo Eleinu, Mashiach ben David, Mashiach ben David.
And when Mazal Tov to our Bat Mitzvah! Mazal Tov! Mazal Tov.
Mazel tov, Siman tov, Siman tov, Mazel tov, Mazel tov, Siman tov, Yehelanu. Shavua tov and Mazel tov to Sarah.